Good morning. Today I'm in my kitchen preparing to do a little bit of a garden science experiment. I'm going to try to save my tomato seeds. This year I had 2 outstanding tomatoes and I put them on the sill to make sure that they would be absolutely ripe. One of them is Orange Peruche, which is a cherry tomato, and the other one is Lava. Let's see, what was it called? Yeah, it's called a lava tomato. And that was the 2020 tomato of the year. And both of those were kind of my favorite tomatoes. I wanted to save the seeds of a larger tomato, and the lava flow tomato was really the only one that was large in my garden. And the Orange Peruche I think is unusual and maybe I wouldn't be able to find it next year. So I want to make sure that I can do that. There are 3 ways that you can save tomato seeds. The first is to do a tomato seed fermentation. And it's not complicated. You simply, take the guts out of the tomato and you put it in some water and you let them settle to the bottom. But it's kind of messy and gooey. I didn't want to do that. The second way is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to dry them on some paper and then wrap them up and put them in envelopes for next year. And the third way is called planned burial, where you kind of just take the tomato and put it in the ground and wait till next season and it'll come up. It's just like what happened to me this year. When the tomatoes would fall off the plant because they were overripe, I would sometimes just pluck them off and throw them over into an area that was just bare ground. And then of course halfway through the spring I got a lot of tomato plants because I've been throwing tomatoes over there. So that's planned burial. Mine was kind of unplanned. So let's get started with the project. I'm gonna go get the tomatoes. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose a kind of paper to put them on after I cut them. So I'm choosing to use these coffee filters. My son-in-law Biff has already saved his tomato seeds and he just used regular paper towels. So I'll show you a picture of that. And here's Biff. So the Madame Marmande was our favorite tasting tomato. In our tomato test, when we did 13 tomatoes, it was number 1. And it came from Biff's garden. And so he wants to plant it again next year, but you never know if you can find it. So he decided to take the seeds from it and see if he can plant them. So you can see what he's done here is he has extracted the seeds from the tomato. This is the Madame Marmande tomato. And you can see the little seeds there. And then he's just cutting them up into little pieces and he's gonna plant them and see if they show up in the garden. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm using these coffee filters. I don't know, they feel a little more sturdy than paper towels. I'm going to cut them into 4s. So I'll have 4 separate sections for each coffee filter. Okay, so this gives me 8. And then I'm just gonna cut my tomato. All right, here we go. This is Lava Flow. You can see the seeds. So I'm gonna start sort of putting them onto these little coffee filters. Yep. So far, so good. And then I'm gonna puncture a hole because I can see, of course, that there's more seeds. This was a really delicious tomato. And I think next year maybe I would grow more. Okay, so I put too many on that one, so I'll have to transfer some of these onto another one. Okay. I have 1 6-pack of Orange Peruche seeds, and 3 6-packs of the Lava Flow, which means I'm going to be able to do some tomato seed sharing next year. So I'm going to put these in the windowsill. Here they are on my windowsill. So I'll let them dry, and when they dry, should be a couple days maybe, the most, I will wrap them up in an envelope and save them for next season. What a happy tomato season if I'm able to grow my own tomatoes from seeds. You should try it with me.